Welcome to Varsity Class 2A Girls State Tournament Edition, brought to you by United Supermarkets. I'm Ryan Aber, joined by Justin Harper. Justin, a lot of good matchups in this tournament, which starts Thursday at the Fairgrounds. What's the one that stands out to you as the best first-round matchup?
Pretty much all of these games are good because the field is very even top to bottom. But I think the Washington Christian Heritage game right off the bat is a good one. Not so much because it's better talent than any of the other games, but because it's a classic mismatch in terms of you have Christian Heritage, who has never even been to the state tournament before. They're going to be eyes wide, nervous. They've all said as much. And then you have Washington, who's just there every year, and that's like a home game for them. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, how if the nerves of the CHA girls are affected by the fact that the Washington girls are so calm, and I think that'll make that game interesting.
It's also interesting because I don't think Christian Heritage felt a little bit slighted by the playoff brackets going in, having to face Kanawha so early in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, Christian Heritage felt slighted all year because the coaches' rankings didn't even have them ranked as recently as when they were 14-0, and then when they came in, it was like 18, and then they got up to 13. Finally, when they were 21-0 and only one of 3 undefeated teams left in the state, they were up to 7. It took that long to get to the top 10. They finished out at number 3, so they know now that that people caught on, but they were under the radar for a long time. But in talking to them, they're not using that. They're not doing this, we have a chip on our shoulder, we didn't get respect, which is kind of refreshing. Too many teams use that as it is. They're not going that route.
Interesting. And who are the players to watch in this tournament? If you had to go out and watch one player, who do you pay money to go see?
Well, there's a lot of good ones. Before we get to the main one, I'll mention Dale has, this is a rarity, 3 players who have gone over the 1,000-point plateau for a career. Lindley Blevins, Kaylee Wilkins, and Brenna Burnett. Usually, if you have one of those players, that's a pretty good deal. They have 3. And then over at Washington, Lauren Pittman and Kristen Milster are as good of a duo as you're going to find. But definitely the person that gets the most talk is Megan Henson from Christian Heritage, because she's 4'11". She's signed with TCU. She's just a little firebug of a guard, and she can shoot it. But as well as she shoots from outside, she more drives and creates and kicks to other people and gets them involved. She only averages 15 points a game when she could average 20, 25. Like when she was a freshman, she did average 19 a game in Class 6A ball. So she could do that if she wanted to. She'd rather get other people involved, but a D1 player that's 4'11" is definitely a novelty, and so that's the person people will go to see.
And I know you picked Washington in Monday's paper. Do you stick with that pick, and why?
Yes, Washington, Rocky Clark's teams always peak late. He'll say sometimes at the first of the year, he'll say my teams start slow, and that may be true, but it's more because they do so well late. And it's like I said before, they're so comfortable at State Fair. They're here every single year. All their players have been here. And I also think Dale's going to make it through on the other side of the bracket. Well, Dale has been number 1 most of the year, and Dale has beaten Washington twice, both in close games. And I just don't see anyone being able to beat Washington 3 times. And so that's why I come up with Washington.
Should be a great tournament. Justin, thanks for joining us, and thank you. Check us out every day at newsok.com/varsity for the best high school coverage anywhere.